So you're thinking about starting a dropshipping business. You may even have the perfect product to dropship already picked out, but you're stuck at finding a reliable supplier. Hi, I'm Kelly from AMZScout, and in this video, we discuss the ins and outs of finding a reliable supplier for your dropshipping business. Dropshipping at its core is an extremely simple concept. It's when there's a retail website. When someone orders from the website merchant purchases the item from a third party and has it shipped directly to the customer. If you are the dropshipper, you are the merchant, aka the website, and you never have to see or handle the products. Now in this video, we'll dive a little deeper and talk about the nuts and bolts of dropshipping. That's going to be your supplier. Now let's assume you're eager to start your dropshipping business and you've identified the perfect product to begin dropshipping. So what do you do then? The answer is to find a supplier for your product. You rely on suppliers to keep your product in stock, to uphold product quality, and to ensure orders are shipped to your customers in a timely manner. As a dropshipper, your supplier is your most important business partner. So let's start with the basics and what to look for. Now to keep things simple, we boiled it down to a list of 4 things to remember. We call them our 4 golden rules. Starting with rule number 1, make sure to look for experienced dropshipping suppliers. Finding a supplier can seem like an overwhelming task. The reason? Well, there's nearly an infinite number of companies around the world that could serve as a supplier to your company. So how do you begin to narrow things down? How do you even know where to start? Now, while there's no shortage of places to turn, what we suggest is that you start with the best, AliExpress. Now, you've probably heard about Olly Express and its sister company, Alibaba. Well, maybe you've even heard too much. So you're wondering whether it's a little bit overhyped. Now here's the thing. There's a reason why AliExpress is the preferred site for dropshippers. They've done lots of the work for you. They've brought thousands of suppliers to one website. They've made it easy to organize and search through them, and they've made it super simple to contact them. So our recommendation, start your search for a supplier with them. Now, as you do so, there's one important distinction you should keep in mind. So Alibaba.com is the place to go if you're looking to purchase inventory in bulk from a supplier, and AliExpress is the place you want to go if you're looking to dropship items one at a time. Now, when you do so, don't be afraid to tell your supplier that you're looking to dropship with them as the vendor. They're used to dropshippers contacting them and will be eager to have your business. So our first piece of advice, knock on the door at AliExpress and introduce yourself as a dropshipper to some potential suppliers for your product. Okay, rule number 2, make sure your supplier is responsive. Okay, so you've cruised over to Alibaba and found a few suppliers that are offering the type of product you want to sell online. So what do you do then? How do you decide which of these suppliers is right for you? The best way to find out is to test them out, and that starts with sending an initial inquiry to your suppliers. Now, this doesn't have to be anything overly formal or complicated. Just identify a few potential suppliers that you may want to work with and send them a quick note. Something to the effect of introducing yourself as a successful e-commerce entrepreneur who is looking to sell products like theirs through your awesome website, and you want to know if they're interested in partnering with you. Then sit back and wait for a response. Now, the best suppliers out there will work to earn your business and will respond to you within a day, often within just a few hours, anytime, day or night. If days go by and you don't hear back, chances are you've got a supplier on your hands that you won't be able to rely on, and you need someone you can count on because there may be a moment down the road where something goes wrong. So give the axe to any potential supplier who doesn't seem responsive. Keep on your list all the suppliers who are. Rule number 3, make sure you're getting a quality product. At this point, you've identified potential suppliers and you've gotten a feel for whether they're likely to be responsive. Now, this is where the fun begins. Now you test if these suppliers can put their money where their mouth is by asking the potential suppliers remaining on your list to send you a sample of the product you're looking to sell. I know what you're thinking. Aren't pictures on the site enough? Do I really need to spend the extra time waiting for something to be shipped from China? Trust us, it's worth it to do the extra work. You'd be surprised the number of times a product arrives on your doorstep and either it looks nothing like what's on the website, it looks like what's on the website, but it isn't very well made, or it arrives damaged or broken. Now, just imagine that it's one of your customers. What do you think they're going to do? Chances are they're going to demand a new product or get a refund. You want to avoid both outcomes. So save yourself a headache down the road by ordering samples of what you're looking to sell. It's the only way you'll know for sure whether your supplier is as good as they claim. All right, rule number 4, make sure you get your pricing right. Now, you've done all this work, you found potential suppliers on AliExpress, you've narrowed it down based on who responded to you and who didn't, and you've even had a couple of suppliers that you felt good about send you product samples. You've now looked over these samples and you think you've got a partner. It's time to begin your business with this supplier, right? Well, not quite. There's one more thing to check before you begin the partnership. It happens to be the single biggest issue you'll face as a dropshipper, making sure you earn a healthy profit margin on the products you plan to sell. Because here's what you need to know about dropshipping. When it comes to pricing, there's a lot more that is outside of your control. Let's discuss an example. Let's say you're selling fish bowls on Amazon. If you make a bulk order of fish bowls on Alibaba and resell those on Amazon, it's easy to figure out your profit margins. The money you make is the revenue from selling the fish bowls retail minus the price you paid and locked in when you bought them. But now think about the dropshipping model. Instead of looking at a price that's certain at the beginning of your transaction with the supplier, you need to buy from your supplier at whatever price they're selling at whenever your customer buys a product. Suppliers' prices tend to change more than you might think. So here's what that means for you. If you're thinking about starting a dropshipping relationship with a supplier, you need to know how they think about pricing their products. For example, you could ask them whether their prices have changed in the last 6 or 12 months. If so, by how much? Maybe they'll guarantee a price certain for you once you reach a certain volume of sales. Now, that's our final and most important tip. Before you commit, find out as much as you can about your supplier's prices. Now, in conclusion, to recap, to find the perfect supplier, here's what you need to do. Head to AliExpress, find a supplier that responds to you promptly and helpfully, make sure the product you're getting from your supplier will lead to happy customers, and figure out everything you can about pricing from your supplier. Now, once you have your supplier, you'll be that much closer to beginning your passive income stream of dropshipping. Until then, I hope you liked this video and you found it both enjoyable and helpful. Now, if you did, make sure to hit that like button and also make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment below to let us know if you've ever used Alibaba or AliExpress. If you're looking for more information about passive income and e-commerce selling, you can check out our Facebook, blog, or the rest of our videos. Until next time, good luck, sellers!